Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mr. President, Director General, let me begin by congratulating Moldova on assuming presidency of this conference. Indonesia appreciates the Director General for his reports towards a renewed social contract. Let me now share our views on the reports. First, ensuring inclusivity is indeed critical. Our economic development must entail better social protection and promotion of labor rights. Enforcing minimum wage, for example, and ensuring safe working environment help maintain a motivated and healthy workforce, which is indispensable to sustain growth. We must work harder to realize social justice to all workers, including women, youth, and persons with disabilities. I also wish to underline our duty to help eradicate extreme poverty and improve living standards of our people. Indonesia therefore encourages ILO to step up collaboration in developing labor strategies that fit international conditions while remain cognizant of future challenges. Second, strengthening capacity for social dialogue. Social dialogue is foundation for social contract. Increasing investment in social dialogue enhances resilience and cohesiveness of our labor environment, and make it better prepared to anticipate future disruption and address labor market challenges. As complement, furthering investment in training and education must remain high on our agenda, notably to equip workers with the skill required for digital and green transition era. Third, adapting to global challenges while strengthening labor ecosystem at national level. Global phenomena such as armed conflict, trade competition, climate change, the increased use of artificial intelligence and market shift effect our work in the effort to create better labor conditions. Adapting to these global trends while attaining competitiveness and protecting workers' rights requires a comprehensive approach tailored to the specific condition of each nation. We believe that investing in lifelong learning program helps workers to adapt to the changing job demands and acquire new skills. Supporting entrepreneurship development, especially in disadvantaged communities, creates opportunity for self-employment and economic empowerment. Promoting formalization helps protection of rights and increase living conditions of many workers. We must also support innovation in labor industries to enhance productivity and lay foundation for sustainable future. Mr. President, at the national level, Indonesia commits and delivers first to see the renewed social contract as an opportunity to balance economic growth with social equity and environmental consideration. Our strategic development plan have long emphasized inclusive growth to reduce poverty and improve the living standards of all citizens. Second, to undertake labor market reform to improve labor conditions, among others through the implementation of the Omnibus Law on Job Creation. This reform will make our labor market more flexible, able to attract foreign investment and create more job opportunities while striving to protect workers' rights. Third, to engage all national tripartite constituents and stakeholders to ensure the renewed social contract is realized, including in nurturing respect for freedom of union and recognition of the rights to collective bargaining. Key regulation in labor rights have and will continue to be discussed in a tripartite mechanism. Lastly, to ensure social security reform in Indonesia continue to provide access to comprehensive social protection for all workers in the country, covering almost 140 million workers. We believe that evaluating our policy coherence at all level is crucial to ensure that all members of our society and accorded equal opportunity to live in dignity and prosperity. Mr. President, before concluding my remarks, let me underline Indonesia's full commitment to support ILO in realizing its mandates. At the same time, I would like to underscore the vital importance for all constituents of the ILO to embrace the spirit of solidarity and cooperation to enable a constructive engagement that this organization is meant to uphold. Additionally, it is imperative for the office to foster unity by listening to and accommodating the concern of all its members in a balanced, fair, and democratic manner guided by international law and principle. Indonesia stand ready to work together to promote decent work and advance social justice for all. I thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.